welcome to the ZiPlusBray channel on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all go follow me at BRXY_ on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, y'all, so Zylan is currently sleeping right now. As you can see, in the beginning, she was asleep in my arms. We've been trying this YouTube video for about 20 minutes, and if I keep waking her up, she's going to scream, and she's going to be really fussy. So I think I'm going to continue to do this episode without poor Zy. So I'm making this YouTube channel for two reasons. One reason, because I always want a video and take pictures of my daughter so when she gets older she can see, and just like a documentation of just our journey together, because that's my whole heart right there. Like, I just want to have all the memories possible. So the first reason is for my own documentation, because I just love her. And the second reason is because I know how hard it is to be a teenage mom in college and taking care of a whole breastfed baby with no formula. Like, I understand. Like, I know the nights you don't get no sleep, it's really hard trying to do homework, you got exams, but your baby want to eat every 45 minutes. I know it's hard. So I'm just talking about that and how I went through my pregnancy, labor, birth, and then just having a breastfeed. So the first episode is called All About Us, because obviously it's going to be all about Zylan and I. Zylan is a New Year's Eve baby, so she was born December 31st, 2018. She just turned 7 weeks this past Monday. Like, I can't believe I'm already about to have a 2-month-old. It's just so crazy to me. Like, she's growing up so fast. When Zylan was born, she weighed 6 pounds, 3.9 ounces. So I had a little tiny baby, and we just went to the doctor, and Zylan's already about 10 pounds. 10 pounds. But listen, she's a breastfed baby. So no formula this way. So this all breast milk. My name is Brayden, and I'm a Scorpio. My birthday is November 12th. So, you know, Scorpios and Capricorns are like best friends, because Zylan is my best friend already. Like, that's my whole attachment. Like, that's my girl already. 7 weeks old, that's my baby, okay? So, I got pregnant when I was 18. Yes, I was young. I found out I was pregnant on Mother's Day. I kept having cramps. Like, for a whole week I had cramps, but my period never came. And I'm just thinking, like, okay, when's my period coming? When's my period coming? You know, it never came. So I took pregnancy tests, the first pregnancy test, and it was negative. So, like, a couple more days went by, and I'm still cramping, and there's, like, no period. So I took another pregnancy test, and it was negative. So I waited a week later, and I took another pregnancy test, and it came back positive, which was on Mother's Day. So I'm like freaking out, like I'm terrified, like I'm just like, what am I about to do? Like, I'm in school, I'm all the way away from my family. I'm 9 hours away from my family at that. It's not like, oh, she's just an hour away. Like, I'm all the way across the country, literally, and I'm about to bring it to a baby, you know? So I'm freaking out or whatever. And so my mom, let me tell you, my mom, she was not happy. So, and I knew she wasn't gonna be happy. Like, it's not no excitement, nothing. I don't know how y'all parents be or whatever, but no, not my mom. So I wait for like 2 or 3 weeks to tell her, because like I'm just going through it. Like, I don't know what I'm about to do. So I finally told her, and she was blown. Like, she was so mad at me, like so mad, but she got over it or whatever. So a couple weeks go by, and I start getting really sick. Like, I couldn't get out the bed. I was throwing up about like 4 or 5 times a day. I lost 25 pounds. In 3 to 4 months, the first 3 to 4 months when I was pregnant, I couldn't keep anything down. I was throwing up water, I was throwing up bile, like everything. Like, I was just like literally, like, it was over with. I was like, I'm never having no more kids. I hate being pregnant. Like, all of it. Like, I went through everything. So then around about 4 or 5 months, it started getting lighter. Like, I threw up all the way until I gave birth. However, it wasn't as bad. So about 4 or 5 months in, I only threw up about like once a day. So I was okay with that because I have been throwing up from like 2 months straight, 2 to 3 months straight, like 4 times a day, and it was so annoying, so annoying. But yeah, so I had found out I was pregnant in May, and I started back school in August. So I was about 5 months, June, July, August, no, 4 months. Because I was already a month pregnant when I found out I was a month pregnant. So I was about 4 months when I started school, 4.5 months because it was the middle of August, and I was starting as a sophomore. At Georgia, I go to Georgia State, and at Georgia State, I study nursing because I want to be a nurse anesthetist. Now, mind y'all, I have been on honor roll like ever since, like, I don't know when. Like, I've never gotten a C before. So, yes, I'm very proud of that. So yeah, so when I started back going to school, it wasn't as bad, and thank God for that, because I was in 17 credit hours pregnant. Now let me mind y'all that you can only take 18 credit hours in college because that's the maximum you can take. So I was in 5 regular lecture classes and 2 lab classes. So really 7 classes while being pregnant and really sick and going through it, okay? So it was getting a little bit easier. I didn't enjoy my pregnancy at all just because of how sick I was. My face was breaking out. I was always lost. I never had any energy. I always wanted to sleep. I was always doing my homework and sleeping. Like, that's all it was. I was trying to work really, really hard that semester, taking 7 classes because I wanted to have an easy load when the baby came. Yeah, I had her December 31st, and I was 37 weeks and 5 days. When I was 37 weeks and 2 days, I went into labor. However, you know, the craziest thing just always has to happen to me. So it was Wednesday or Thursday. It was Wednesday or Thursday. I had went into labor, so I'm having contractions and stuff, and I get dilated to 4 centimeters. So when I went to the hospital or whatever, I was in the hospital I was in labor for 12 hours. And when I went to the hospital, I dilated only 1 centimeter when I was there. So they sent me home, and they said that my labor has stopped. But like, how weird is that? You know, I was 4 centimeters and they sent me home. But however, my labor really did stop because, you know, the craziest thing just has to happen to me. So my labor stopped, and I didn't go back to the hospital until 3 days later, and my water had broke. And that's the only reason why I went to the hospital. I was so mad when they sent me home from the hospital. The first time, I'm like, really, I'm having contractions and y'all want to send me home? I've been in labor for 12 hours and y'all want to send me home? They're like, well, because you're full term, we can't stop labor, but because you're not 40 weeks or 39 weeks, we can't give you Pitocin, which is a medicine to induce labor. So basically, if you're 37 weeks to 38 weeks, you cannot get any medicine. Like, if you go into labor and you stop, it's just tight on your soul. Like, you got to do everything yourself. So anyways, that night at 12 o'clock, I remember on New Year's Eve, I was getting ready to lay down because I have been walking. I have been bouncing on the ball. I have been trying to do everything, trying to get this baby out, because I'm like, at this point, I'm 4 centimeters, which means she don't want to come out right now, but she don't have to come out right now. So at 12 o'clock that night on New Year's Eve, or that morning, I should say, my water broke. I was laying down and I heard something like something unplugged, and then like water just went out, or amniotic fluid, I should say. So it's in the bed, and I didn't know if I had peed myself or if my water had broke, because it was just so weird. When you're pregnant, it always feels like you have to pee, and sometimes you pee on yourself. So I didn't know if I had peed on myself or if my water had broke. So I got up and I'm like, did my water just break? And I'm looking down in the bed and stuff. So I'm like, I'm not sure. So I get up and I go to the bathroom because I had to use the bathroom. So I peed in the bathroom or whatever, and I'm like, okay, that definitely was not pee. And so my mom was here because we wanted the baby to come. My mom was here on her little vacation time from work, and best believe the baby came on New Year's Eve while she was here. So my water had broke, and I'm like, okay, let me jump in the shower right quick because it keeps coming out. Like, the amniotic fluid just kept coming out, and I had felt nasty, you know? So I'm like, let me get in the shower right quick. So I got in the hot shower, not knowing that it was gonna make labor go even faster. And so I'm in the shower, and I'm trying to wash up. I was in there for literally like 2 seconds, and I started getting really, 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 really bad contractions. So I'm like, okay, I can't wash up anymore. Like, I need to go right now. Right now, I need to like go right now. So I didn't even wash up. I just got out the shower, hurried up and thrown some clothes, and was on my way to the hospital. So on the way to the hospital, my boyfriend is driving the car because, of course, I'm in labor, and I just was like literally in so much pain. So much pain. So, minding you guys, we've been to this hospital so many times. So many times. So we get off on the exit or whatever, and he turns the wrong way to the hospital. So I'm like so mad. I'm like, where are you going? That's not the right way to the hospital. You should know by now. Like, I'm going off because I'm in so much pain. I just want to get to the hospital so I can get some medicine. Like, that's it. That's all. And so he was like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, how don't you know where you're going? We've been here 1,000,001 times. That's why you should be paying attention. And I'm like going off because I'm so mad. So we finally get to the hospital, and they roll me upstairs to the women's center, labor and delivery. And they're like trying to ask me all these questions, and I'm like, okay, just give me some medicine, please. Like, I can't, you know, because at this time my contractions are about 45 seconds to a minute. Like, every 45 seconds to a minute I was having contractions, so I can't really breathe. And so I'm like so mad already because it took forever to get here. The hospital was 20 minutes away from the house already. So I'm like getting upset. So they're just asking me all these questions. I'm like, just give me the medicine, just give me the medicine. And she's like, we can't give you the medicine unless you answer these questions. I'm like, well, y'all should have had all these questions answered when I came here 3 days ago. Y'all should never send me home. Like, I'm so mad. Like, I was being mean. I was so mad. So finally they gave me a little medicine to calm me down. I don't know the name of it though, but it was just like, it was a little bit stronger than Tylenol. Like, it really didn't do much, but it helps a little bit, you know? So they're like, this is just a little bit of medicine. It's not the epidural. It's just a little bit of medicine to help calm the contractions. You're still going to feel them, and they're still going to hurt, but it's just so you can get these questions answered and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was doing good with the contractions or whatever. When I had got to the hospital and they checked me after I had answered all the questions, I was 6 centimeters dilated, and the medicine had worn off by then. So that's at about 5 o'clock, 4 a.m. So the medicine had worn off or whatever, and I was starting to get aggravated again. And at this time, my contractions were like every 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds, I'm like, then trying to breathe, like literally trying to catch my breath before I'm having another contraction, because on the monitor I could see the contraction. And so I'm just like, please help me, God, please help me, because these contractions, no. So, after that, the medicine had worn off, and I was starting to get aggravated again. And so I'm just like, because I was going to try to go natural in my pregnancy. Like, the whole pregnancy, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go natural. I'm not getting no epidural, No, absolutely not. The medicine wore off or whatever. I'm like, give me the epidural right now. My mom was like, remember, you want to go natural. I don't think you should get an epidural. The epidural is going to hurt your back and this and that. I'm like, no, give me epidural right now. Like, I don't care if I have back pain for the rest of my life. Give me an epidural right now, because I can't take this pain. Like, I feel like I'm dying, literally. And so I get the epidural, like, let me see, 45 minutes later, I get the epidural. So it's probably like 4 or 5 a.m. Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 a.m. So I finally get the epidural, and let me tell y'all, you have to stand really, really, really still while you get the epidural, because if they hit another nerve or vein or anything, you can become paralyzed. So you have to stand up while you're having a contraction. They're like, we're gonna try to do the epidural between your contractions. My contractions are 30 seconds a piece, every 30 seconds or whatever. So while the anesthesiologist is sticking this big needle with the catheter in my back, I'm having a contraction. I'm like almost 7 centimeters dilated, and I'm having a contraction while he's trying to put this needle on me. So I'm like literally like this. I just wanted to get up. So about, let me see, 10 minutes after I got the epidural, you know, all that being mean and stuff was out the window. I was so happy I got the epidural. I was on my phone, on Twitter, I was on Instagram, I was on all social media sites, texting. Like, people were texting me like, people texting me like, are you in labor or what? I'm like, yes, I'm definitely in labor. I just got this epidural, so I'm cool or whatever. So it was about 4 or 5 hours that went in. So about at 9 o'clock, my nurse came in there and she was like, you know what? You're about 10 centimeters. You're like 9.5. And I'm like, really? You know, like, I'm so happy. I'm like, yes, I can finally meet my daughter. I can get like done being pregnant. You know, I'm ready to do this thing. You know, I was in no pain at all. So about 9 o'clock, she's like, let me see practice push, because once you get the epidural, it like, you can't feel anything from your waist down. So like, you really couldn't feel anything at all. So she was like, just practice pushing, push like you're coughing. So I practiced push, and she was like, oh yeah, you're definitely ready. She was like, let me call your doctor. So so when the doctor had came, it was about 9:08, and I was ready to push. 9:18, my baby came, so it only took 10 minutes for 3 pushes, because I had to rest, and they're like, you did such a good job or whatever, and I wanted to breastfeed my daughter. So as soon as I had my baby, I waited a couple seconds to cut the umbilical cord, because I wanted her to get as much nutrients in the blood from the umbilical cord as possible. So we waited a couple seconds, and they cut the umbilical cord. So they cut the umbilical cord. My boyfriend was too scared to cut the umbilical cord, so my mom cut the umbilical cord. And yeah, as soon as I had her, they put her right on my chest, and I fell in love, like love at first sight. Like, it's a different type of love. Like, I just wanted to hold her. I was being so stingy with her. Like, I'm still stingy with her, and she's 7 weeks old. Like, I just love her so much. So yeah, I was so happy, and that's when they told me that they weighed her and checked her, make sure everything was okay, and she had weighed 6 pounds, 3.9 ounces. She was 18 inches long, and she was born at 9:18 a.m. on New Year's Eve, so I got me a little New Year's Eve baby. So at the hospital where I delivered at, you only stay for 24 hours if you have a vaginal birth, and if everything's all right. So after I had her, a couple hours later, they came and cleaned her up and everything, and then we went to another room, and we stayed there till the next day. In the whole time, my boyfriend was at the hospital. My mom and my stepdad was all at the hospital. So that was just a little feel about me and Zylan. From pregnancy all the way up to birth now. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Say bye, Zylan. She being fussy right now. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And give me a little tips on how I should make my YouTube channel a little bit better, or our YouTube channel a little bit better. Thank you.